Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Access Football 26 with the Wisconsin Spearing Fisherman. We didn't go through the draft or anything in the last video because I literally traded everybody. So within this draft, free agency, we're skipping to the end and didn't really go through all the teams. We haven't progressed at all. Carolina's the tier 3 champion, so they're moving up to tier 2. Baltimore got demoted to tier 3, and then Seattle and Detroit remain in their tiers. So we were kind of low on funds because as I was signing people, even though Lucas Beasley, our QB, got injured, he's 26-year-old and wanted five more, or like a couple more million than what he had um, last year. He had 24, so he wanted 27. 3 years left, um, and overall for that. So um, people have been progressing pretty well. So I guess okay. We did trade all our draft picks because of funds. We were signing all of our people to come back this year that were reasonable to come back. And then the head coach, and I was like, hopefully I don't have to sign any other coach. And it happened to be that way. I didn't have to sign any other coach. And um, that is that. So we're going to start the next season. Hopefully, we have been in the top four this whole entire kind of, if you want to call it a rebuild or a series, so to speak. We have been in the top four. We just haven't passed the hump of winning that mini 4-team tournament to move on to tier 2. So we're going to simulate the first game each year. We're going to have trade requests now with Marshall Strong. We got back. We did trade him at the last, you know, at like the second to last week just to get a first round pick, and then all of a sudden we didn't have the funds to use it, so we traded to get some outside linebackers, inside linebackers, for to elevate the roster. And now people want to trade them for a first round pick upright, a first round pick for next year, first round pick this year, another first round pick from San Francisco that I traded to, and then they were going to trade him back for a pick. So it's like we've been going back and forth, but they restructured his contract for 15 mil. So I would have to buy him out to send him, and I don't have that money. So kind of need some corners, see how much they're worth. 3 mil, he accepts. There we go. We had some extra corners, so we can kind of restructure. We added an extra D end. So I'm keeping Abner, putting him back. And then I'm sending him to active roster. That way we have 2 extra corners instead of 1 extra. So 1, decent amount. Undefeated so far. We're just kind of blowing them out at this point. Within 20 points. Our head coach is now an A, increased the overall morale of the team. Locker room hero. I was at first going to kind of really get rid of him because he has a B plus development, and I didn't really look and see kind of what coach needs to be changed out. This receiver coach needs to be changed out. What kind of funds do we have? We have 101. So I'm going to do that right now. We're going to change him out as a position coach throughout the season. So we're going to release the coach. That is fine. Hire a new one. So we're going to look for this Colton Curry. This is receiving expert, so that's perfect. You want 6 mil for 4 years. Perfect. You are now the new receiver coach with B plus development. We're gonna get. I know it has all boosts to linebackers. I'm gonna release him. Hire a new one. Development. We're gonna give it to Vincent Noel, unless if someone else. But he has B minus offense, A minus defense, and a B plus. So like a higher salary or a longer contract. Perfect. DB, we'll release you as well. Hire a new one. We'll take Caleb on. There. And scouts, valuation B minus, A minus, A plus. So they've been fine. Now we have better coaches. Still have 87 million to play with. So we can also see who is kind of out there young wise to absorb. Just a couple of guys. If it's suitable, it may not be suitable. Especially with D plus catching. I mean, yeah, granted they'd be on the practice squad, but I already have a decent amount on there. I'm gonna put him there. Send him. So the only best option is the fullback, which we already have a decent one, so. All right. Gonna see, it's probably based off of Marshall Strong here, first and the second this year. Second and third for our corner. McKnight. But everyone wants Mr. Strong here. 1 year, 4 mil, so I'd be freeing up 4 mil in cap space for a second and a third round pick this year. We'll accept that. And then I'll kind of look to see how many corners I have. Okay, I have 6 now. We're going to move that defensive end. That way for the defensive tackle position. There's extra there. Simulate. So we've been doing pretty well this season. we'll kind of see. It's probably just strong. Nobody else. Yeah. Oh. All right. 16-0. We didn't win. So we're there. But we are the champion, but we remain in tier 3. Player contracts. Running backs. We want 2 years. 2 years. They're going to walk. That's 5 for 9. Can't argue with that. I'll take that. Take that. So these two are going to walk. Guard, you're 25. Okay. This guy I'm going to let walk. He wants 11 mil. So you are the cheaper option. By far. Same age. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay you 11 mil. I'll pay him 11 mil. This is also a starter. Alex Stone. You were also kind of a backbone between offense and defensive tackle. So, these players. Six. For first and a second next year, or is that this year's draft? Okay. Second and a sixth. So we'd be getting our pick back. Mr. Stone. So everyone just wants Mr. Strong, I should say, not Stone. Strong. I'm rejecting it. He's well worth of having, and we need a tight end. So all we have is a QB, a guard, a strong safety. So release, but first and foremost, coaching staff, offensive coordinator. Perfect. Kind of just signed a lot of them. Okay, perfect. So I took care of that. Now I got to see So I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. No 5-year, unless if I trade for a first round pick. No, he wants. I think he wanted more than what he wants for free agency. I'm gonna love to draft somebody. Yeah, now he wants a little bit less within free agency. So, in a draft. So, running back wise, or let's see if there's really anything that slipped through the cracks here that nobody picked up in the first round. This guy here. Yeah, we'll take that guard. That guy looks pretty good. This guy looks pretty good. Go for that guy. We'll try and see if there's anyone left over on linebacker side. Tackling, he's a D plus. I don't want that. Let's see, outside linebacker. B tackling, C minus. There's everything but speed. Take that corner. B speed, tackle D plus. Really have that guy then. Free safety. That guy. All right, so our guard is an A, which I was lucky enough to, kind of get him, and then my lowest was a C plus strong safety, which I felt like was overall decent too as well. So we got a decent draft. Um, Too bad nobody's getting that 5 year um signing, but we got a guard that's decent, a tight end that's decent right away, defensive tackle that we are kind of needing, inside linebacker kind of needing, another corner that's a B plus right away out of college, C plus strong safety, which isn't the end of the world, and a free safety that's a B minus. So getting these young guys overall for um, that, especially they're only $1 million. He's going for 4. As I said, everybody after that is going for 4 years. These guys are pretty cheap too as well. So now we have extra inside linebackers. So defensive tackle. What's that? Center. The guard. Running that 4 mil. Another tight end for 4. So there we go. Gotta look at our personnel. So we got 2 QBs, 3 running backs, fullback. Need to get a couple more wide receivers. Move people around. So I guess we got way too many guards here. So move that guard out of the way. Move our tight end in. We'll have to put that guard in, so we'll have to move another guard. And we have another A minus guard too. So we are kind of loaded right now for guards, which I'm very happy with. You can always look to trade somebody, but kind of see guard wise what are. Oh, Hayes is the one that's kind of. They're saying Merle Adams is the one that is a trading piece. I am not trading my 21-year-old guard. He's Tyson being 25 at an A minus already. Willie Hodges would be something I would trade for. Willie Hodges and Corey Webster. No injuries. We'll kind of see. For QBs, kickers, punters, DTs, running backs, DTs, guard, and a kicker. Perfect. So Miami is kind of our trading pieces for 2 guards. So we got to. We're going to put guards on the practice squad for right now. I'm going to put Kent Pitts there. And we're going to put our Willie Hodges, because they have to be on the active roster in order to be a tradable piece. So as you can see, it only shows the 4, not on the practice squad. Mr. Webster here, so we'll give you both. And we want to go to Miami. Add a draft pick. A second and a third the year after that. Perfect. So now we have 2 seconds, 2 thirds within the next couple of years. And we traded 2 guards that we don't need. So it's not like, whoa, why are you trading them? It's 28. So frees up some space. Now we got 4 guards like we're supposed to for backups. So we have Merle Adams. He's Tyson. And it also kind of frees up cap space for the future. Yeah, we had to pay a lump sum just to buy out their contracts, but overall in general, that's just going to free it up. Sky catching D+, I'm not going to look at you. So 25, awareness, route running. 25's got route running. So we'll look at you. 3 for 3. 23 D+ for catching. Go back to it's 27. 26-year-olds. We'll look at you. I guess we'll try and look for another run blocking. 24. This guy's got speed though. May not have the strength, but we'll do that. Two catching D+. I'm not. Awareness. I'll get you 4-year deal. I'll get a guard, or at least we're able to produce. Um, 25. Can you go for the 23-year-old? There we go. We got 3 million left. So we have a decent amount of personnel in the 7 out of 15. Try to go between the 22 to 25. So that way it gives it a couple of years going through our system, progress with our facilities being kind of maybe not the best, but we will repair that. And everything else, and slowly buy the rest of it. That way it will be a good transition overall. So we had no retirees this year. We did have 2 last year. So we did have league MVP Lucas Beasley, even though he got injured, or not this year. Last year he did. Quarterback of the year, running back of the year, Hayden Reyes. We had a defensive back of the year, 6 interceptions, 3 TFLs, 60 tackles. The year before we did have the linebacker of the year and defense player of the year. But this year it was Elvin Holland. Maybe I'll take a look at him. Not necessarily trade him, but he's from Washington. He's probably going to be too important. Yeah, or oh, he's 34 years old, so that'd be someone I wouldn't want to go for. Okay. All right. But also, we had a lot of people maybe injured throughout the year and stuff, so overall, in general, that is the 2029 year. I'm kind of going through these quick, and now we've lost in the promotional game, but we are the Tier 3 champs, and we went 16-0. So hopefully we can either repeat or get close to repeating. We added some upgrades, signed some lower level people to boost them up for a couple of years, and hopefully you've been enjoying the series, and have a good one.